Hey, my name's Carey. I am the co-founder of Power Palace Gym, and in this video I'm going to tell you why you should join a gym. Hopefully my gym, if you live here in Newburgh, Oregon, or a surrounding city, you should come to my gym. But this is really for anybody who should go to any gym anywhere. If you're a human being, you should watch this video and hear what I have to say. So, I think a lot of people's perceptions about normal is a little off, okay? It's a little off. It's not everybody's fault. There's a lot of marketing, there's a lot of dollars put into convincing people that certain things are normal that aren't normal because it benefits the bottom line of these big companies. But here, I'm going to dispense some truth pills to you, okay? If you want any pills, these are the pills you need to take, truth pills, okay? Look, a lot of people, when they think, why should I go to a gym? They think, I go to a gym and I'm just to look better, right? And that's just, I don't care if I look better or not because, I can just wake up in the morning and get my cup of joe, my Starbucks, okay, my espresso, and I can get myself a nice jolt of a caffeine stimulant, and I can trug through the day working whatever job I'm doing, right? Working as a cashier at a grocery store, working as a computer engineer, okay, creating amazing algorithms, all right? I'm a graphic designer. I'm creating all, this multi-million-dollar campaign for whatever, all right? Lots of different jobs people are doing. People go out, work, still farm, a lot of farming, right? People are, raising animals. People are dog trainers, dog walkers, dog groomers, okay? Lots of whole pet industry, a lot of stuff everybody's doing, okay? Working as a mechanic, working on cars, working on planes, working on whatever, all right? Doing lots of stuff, okay? Lots of stuff, almost all of which none of our ancestors did, okay? Let's consider this. Let's consider this for a moment. What does the average person today spend the vast majority of their time doing that nobody, zero of anybody past like your great-grandparents ever did with their time? Pretty much everybody is doing stuff that the human body isn't actually evolved to do, okay? We're not meant for what we're doing here in the United States in the year 2022, okay? Almost all of this stuff, we are not meant to do this. We do it because the economy, these complicated systems of bureaucracy, okay, the marketplace that we've created, all this artificial stuff that has nothing to do with the environment the human body is actually evolved for, that's what we spend most of our time doing. And what we don't do is what our bodies are actually meant to do. And what we're meant to do is conquer all of nature. We are meant to be the champions, the kings and queens of this planet. That's how we got to where we are right now in society in the year 2022, where you don't have to hunt your own meals or forage your own plants or fight lions, tigers, and bears to protect yourself. Okay? We've created all this comfort bubble around ourselves by conquering nature. Nature is conquered. It can never be reconquered. It has already been conquered by the people we descend from. And that kind of sucks because our bodies aren't meant for the world which has been created. It's meant for that world where every damn thing on this planet was trying to eat us and we were trying to eat them. Okay? The reality is civilization, past 5,000 years. That's it. Human beings, as what we are today, last major evolution, 250,000 years ago. So for almost that entire period, right? Almost the entire period of human existence is us running around in the woods fighting all of nature to survive on a daily basis. And that is what our bodies are for. And when we don't have this constant physical challenge, we wonder why we're depressed. We need caffeine to help us get through the day because we're bored out of our minds. doing stuff that we're not supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not saying quit your job and just work out of the gym 24/7. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that maybe a lot of people with their various anxieties and their frustrations and their anger, unresolved anger issues and all of this other stuff that most of our ancestors, it would just be completely foreign to them. Maybe if more people were actually living for even a couple hours of the day, even a half hour of your day, any way that forced you to challenge yourself in a very physical, primal way, like your ancestors used to do constantly, every day, for their survival, maybe some people wouldn't be so damn depressed. They wouldn't be so frustrated. They wouldn't be so unmotivated. Maybe they'd be happier even. All the science that we know about exercise. Exercising increases your happiness because you release all these chemicals in the body, like dopamine, that also get released when you drink coffee, but not as efficiently, by the way. Okay? Your body is meant to reward itself with a natural high when you work out. And the reason why is very simple. Because if exercise, or I should say, strenuous labor was not rewarded by our bodies releasing these chemicals, then it wouldn't make our ancestors want to go out and fight all of nature to survive. Okay? So we have these natural systems in our bodies intended to encourage our ancestors to struggle and fight to the death against everything else to survive. And the human body is the most greatest design of any organism on planet Earth throughout all of human history, the planet's history. We are literally the kings and queens of this planet. And now, the vast majority of us are completely bored out of our minds. And we distract ourselves with everything from video games to recreational drugs because we can't do what we're supposed to be doing. But there is a way for us to replicate some of that struggle that we are supposed to be putting our bodies through, and that is by going to a gym. Now, a lot of people think to themselves, I can just have a home gym, right? Buy myself a bunch of barbells. No, because that's not replicating the actual experience of your ancestors. Ancestor didn't trap themselves in a dark garage, okay, and just challenge themselves against all of nature. That's not how this worked. Humans are communal organisms, okay? We operate as part of a group, okay? You get the best results from exercising when you have a buddy, a training partner. You got motivation. You got people to push you to the next level, okay? And this is biological. This is part of our design because we are heavily emphasized on teamwork, organizational structure, the community. And you can't have a community in your freaking gym, at home, in your garage, your apartment, or your backyard, wherever else, where there ain't nobody else there. You have to be part of a community if you really want to reap the full benefits of exercise. Because that is what the human body is designed for. We're designed to work as a group unit to accomplish goals. Accomplish your goals in your garage. It takes a very extraordinary person to basically be able to do that and keep the motivation. You come to a gym, you're part of a community, it's way easier to be motivated. You got people who give you great advice. You have people who can revel in your successes. People get, a new personal record of how much they can bench press or squat or deadlift. You can put it up on Instagram pages, or put it up on a board, something like that at gyms. Create a community. You have other people that are part of the motivation process, the reward process, the release of dopamine, because they see that you've accomplished something good and you are recognized by the group for accomplishing something good. You don't have that when you're working out at home. And so the vast majority of people who work out at home lose all motivation because it's hard to constantly motivate yourself when the human body is not designed for self-motivation. It's designed for being part of a group, and the group collectively motivates everybody. Okay? This is basic science, I'm telling you. All right? This is how the human body is designed. We are collective. No, I'm kind of ranting here, but it's important. It is so important. And, I created this gym because there wasn't a place like that here in our hometown, right? There just wasn't. The previous gym closed. And the gyms that are around here, they just don't have that. Sure, you can go to Planet Fitness, right? Planet Fitness with the free pizza days, okay? And you can work out with half of the weight that you should be working out with. Let's be serious here, okay? Planet Fitness, generally, okay, but definitely here in the area, the nearest one, all right, the neighboring town over, their weights, their dumbbells go to what? To 60 pounds, okay? The average adult male is going to probably start with the 50 pounds, and then what do you do, right? How do you advance past 60 pounds, which you're going to hit very quickly? How do you advance past that when there isn't any other dumbbells, right? You can't. It's not a serious gym for serious exercising. It really isn't. They don't have bench presses. They don't have squats. You can't do deadlifts, okay? And those are the three big exercises that you really have to do because they actually replicate the three major things that our ancestors had to do for 250,000 freaking years to survive. Think about it, okay? Bench press. What does the bench press look like? Bench press looks like you are literally struggling, okay? You're literally struggling against some creature that our ancestors had to grapple with their bare hands before the invention of tools to take to the ground so they could eat it, okay? Bench press. Our bodies are not super efficient at this for no freaking reason, all right? There is a purpose behind this. Squats. After you defeat said animal, you're just going to eat it out in the middle of the field? No, you're going to bring it back. You're going to bring it back to your village. So you pick it up over your shoulders and you walk with it. Squats. Squats replicates that, okay? Think about deadlifts. Deadlifts is getting that heavy-ass animal up, all right? There's a reason why these three exercises are so amazing for the human body for stimulating muscular growth. Because those are the activities that our ancestors were constantly having to do, and our bodies are super efficient at doing these things now. Because for 250,000 years, so they had to do to survive. There's all kinds of other exercises you can do to replicate other aspects of living, right? Pull-ups. Why do you think pull-ups? Because you have to pull yourself up into trees to escape from bears and crap, okay? There's all kinds of exercises like that. You really think about this. Why is the body so great? Why does it respond so well to certain exercises? It's because we're supposed to be doing this stuff all the time. Our bodies are meant to do these things all the time. We're supposed to be conquering nature, and we're not doing it anymore. And then people wonder why they're super depressed, they're unhappy with their lives, the person that they see in the mirror staring back at them doesn't match how they actually feel in their hearts. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's the reason. And the only solution in the modern world where, if you don't want to run off into the mountains and abandon all of civilization, is to go to a gym for a measly amount of money per month and challenge yourself against the different stations in here that replicate just a fraction of what our ancestors all had to go through just for us to eventually be born today. And you have to ask yourself, are you the man or the woman that your ancestors were? Are you able to rise to even a fraction of the challenge that they had to overcome? Is there even any drop of that excellence in you still, inherited from them? You need to ask yourself these questions. And if you feel that you don't know, you should come to a gym and find out. So I guarantee you, unlike a lot of people's jobs, which they don't like, to the point that when they finish them, all they want to do is go home and go to bed. Go home and veg out. Go home and smoke out and tipsy-topsy drunk to forget how much they hate things. I guarantee you finish a good exercise session at Power Palace Gym and you will feel better. You will feel you have accomplished something important. Not because you impressed a bunch of people, but because you were able to say to yourself, I have done something really great today. Today, I pushed myself to what I thought was my limit, and I went past it. I went past that limit, and in doing so, I rose up to the challenge. Part of the challenge that my ancestors have gone through. And I have shown that I am just as good. I'm just as good. And I am worthy of the title of being a human being. Try it. I guarantee it will make you better in all aspects of your life if you exercise, and you exercise with the intention that you are going to really get in touch with your roots as a human being. Push yourself for a new limit every day and watch what kind of person you become. Now, there's some people that think there's no point in exercising because everybody who's got amazing physique, they're all using steroids. But what I want you to think about is this. You go look at some old statues from like the Roman Empire, okay? Cast in marble. Cast in marble. There's no synthetic testosterone. There's no, PEDs back then. How did these people get these amazing physiques? A couple hundred years before steroids existed. Steroids are not the reason people look strong. We're supposed to look like this. We're supposed to look like this. Some people like to cheat to get a faster route to looking that way. But all humans have it within themselves to look like a warrior, to look like a fighter, to look like a conqueror. The question is, are you willing to rise to that challenge that your ancestors went through so that you could be born today? Are you just as good as them or not? Maybe you don't care about that. And that's fine, that's fair. But again, if you look in the mirror and you see the person staring back at you that doesn't match the person that you feel that you actually are, that you feel in your heart you should look like, you've only yourself to blame. You want to be better in your heart, emotionally, feel like you are winning at life, even if all you're doing is working a normal job? Exercise a little bit. See how it changes you. Thanks for my rant. Thanks for listening to my rant. Peace out.